So I've decided that I needed a new change of pace with what I've been drawing. I've been doing a lot of art focused on me and my friends' OCs, but I've sort of run out of steam on those. I really like watching and listening to clan generator videos, so I've decided that I wanted to try my hand at making one of my own. I find the creation of an entire world really interesting and fun, and really wanted to push myself to get out of the common warriors tropes. So here are the first 3 cats I've drawn. I expect their designs to change to fit the rest of the clan, but this really helped me start thinking up some ideas. This will be their leader, deputy, and future medicine cat. The basic rundown of Maple Clan is that they're a whole bunch of lazy little guys. They tell stories of how their clan was once huge and powerful, and was so strong that they killed off the other cat colonies that neighbored them. They began to fall out of power when their territory became urbanized, leading to their lands being transformed into a public park. They even forgot their original clan name over time and renamed themselves after the trees that were planted in this park. Now, the cats grow fat and lazy by relying on local people feeding them. Their connection with StarClan was essentially severed, as their version of the Moonstone was destroyed and had an apartment complex built over it. Their leader, Sage Star, still believes that they can fix what happened to them, but can't manage to rally his troops to begin fighting back. They're also at a complete loss of having a medicine cat. There's not really much point to having one when they can use 2 legs for medicine, and have no interest in connecting with their spiritual side. This clan has forgotten who they are, and they're fighting to get that back. The first cat is Sage Star, powerful and pulled-thin leader. Despite his clan being full of lazy cats, he stands out as unique. His family has been leading Maple Clan for many generations, meaning he was properly trained to be a warrior. His parents set it in his mind that a warrior should be strong and brave, and he still strives to be this every day. He hopes he can bring his clan back to what it used to be. He feels ashamed of what it has become. You may have noticed that he's a calico male. He is actually intersex, and because of that he's infertile, so his only way to continue his legacy is through his clanmates. Because he can't have his own kids, he spends a lot of time caring for the younger cats in his clan. He does this best to be a father or mentor figure for them, making sure that they always have someone to go to if they need it. I can really picture Sage Star also being someone that would fall in love easily. I kind of see him as like falling head over heels for anyone that he sees, just because he isn't experienced with romance. He's never had that kind of connection before, and so he's really desperate for finding someone that he can care about and that would care about him. Despite picking Spiderfish as a deputy that he knew would kind of follow his lead, he kind of sees Spiderfish as his closest friend and comrade. I don't think that he would be shallow in picking Spiderfish, just because he knew that he would follow his lead, but he also kind of cares about Spiderfish. He kind of sees him as someone that he can help. That's Sage Star. Um, totally done. I really like him. I think he's interesting, and he turned out great, in my opinion. This is Spiderfish, a silly name for a silly guy. He's a friendly warrior that is willing to serve his leader dutifully, perhaps leading him to being selected as a new deputy. He's not much of a fighter, however, and tends to go along with whatever those around him are doing. Sagestar actually picked him for this reason. To get the clan back and running, he needs someone who will carry out tasks without asking second questions. He will simply comply. He's closer to a sheep than a cat in those terms. His name is a good example of how Maple Clan is losing its spark. They're forgetting the main point of warrior names and just mashing together the first words they can think of. And poor Spiderfish isn't one to say no to it. Unlike Sagestar, Spiderfish doesn't really have any special heritage. He kind of just wants to be his own guy. He sees his decision making as him kind of deciding his own path, and that's how he views heritage too. It's up to him to figure out what he wants to do. Unlike Sagestar, he doesn't really view his leader as his friend. He definitely gets along with him. I mean, Spiderfish gets along with almost anyone, so it would be hard for them to not get along. But he kind of feels bossed around, honestly, by Sagestar, and wishes that he was respected more by his leader. He wishes that most of his clan respected him a little bit more, but unfortunately they don't. No matter what, Spiderfish really sees protecting his clan as extremely important. He can be silly and funny, but when it comes down to it, he's going to make sure his clan is defended and safe and healthy. That's what is most important to him. So that's Spiderfish. I think so far that he's my favorite. Um, I think he's a funny little guy. He's really cute. I'm a sucker for brown cats. Um, so I'm really happy with him. The final cat is Fawn Whisker, a pretty little lilac kitty. I'm kind of undecided on what pronouns Fawn Whisker should use. I'm leaning personally towards she/they, but I'm not really sure. Fawn Whisker is like this super proud mom. She cares super deep about her clan and will do nearly anything to keep it safe. She's one of the few warriors in Maple Clan that still cares about maintaining the warrior code. She actually holds it pretty dear to her heart, as her parents were good deputies for Sagestar's family, and she dreams of one day being a deputy too. She actually thinks she could do a far better job than Spiderfish, but StarClan has different plans for her. they start showing her prophetic dreams, actually. And she kind of goes through this phase of being really afraid that she's going crazy, she's losing her mind. But once she speaks to Sage Star about it, they kind of realize and come to the conclusion that StarClan is just finally trying to reconnect with Maple Clan, and they jump at that opportunity. I kind of see Fawnwhisker as not being very interested in romance. I'd imagine after becoming a medicine cat especially, they would lose interest, uh, considering they really follow the warrior code um, to a T, kind of exactly as it is written. She's going to be following it, so she's not going to give herself any leeway with any kind of romance. Also, look at this reference I found. This cat is adorable. And that's the first 3 cats of the clan. I hope you like this video. This is only the second video that I'm posting, and it's the first time I've ever worked with any kind of editing software or recording any kind of audio voiceover. So I hope it's not too trashy. I'm kind of nervous about doing this. It's awkward talking to myself. Um, but I think I got a little bit more comfortable the more I did it. So hopefully things just get better from here. I'm not happy with the kind of speed paint. I realized that recording with OBS looks a lot better. So I'll be doing that from now on instead of this automatic one that Fire Alpaca will generate for you. I think it's kind of low quality, looks a little bit ugly, but I'd appreciate any feedback on that. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed the video.